I'm so glad to be in the treehouse. How are you this morning? You want to give me a high five too? Yay, thank you. I like being in our treehouse. It's always a special time. And today we're going to talk about treasures. What's something that you really value and treasure? Do any of you have anything that you really value and treasure?
Yes.
Your bed, especially when you're growing. Yeah, I enjoy my bed when I'm really tired. Yes.
My family and we were just going to a new place.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're going there. We're moving there.
Really? Well, and anybody else have anything?
I have a crocheted monkey.
A crocheted monkey. Did somebody make it?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be really special. Somebody spent the time to make it for you? Yes.
My dogs.
Your dogs. How many dogs do you have?
2.
2 dogs. I value Ginger because she's kind of special to me too. We all have things and people that we treasure, don't we?
Yeah.
But in the Bible, we need to seek first the what?
Kingdom
of God. Let's sing about that.
All right.
Do we go about seeking first the kingdom of God? Is there anything that we can take with us to heaven? What can we take to heaven?
Righteousness.
There's really nothing physically that we can take to heaven, but there's something that we can take to heaven with us, and that's our character. Your character, the things that you think about, your actions are all part of what can go to heaven. Not really a thing that you can see, but it's your personality that can come to heaven. And the only way we can do that is by cultivating and by doing things like a garden. You have to work on your character. What things help us build our character?
Helping God.
Huh?
Doing things for God.
Doing things for God, maybe reading the Bible, maybe praying, helping others. We talked about praying. You're right. Those are all things. And by praying and helping others, sometimes we might even influence other people to make it to where?
Heaven.
You're right. Those are the only things that we can bring. We're not in charge of other people coming to heaven, but we may influence them coming to heaven because of what you do. Would you like to learn a little bit more about what Jesus had to say?
Yeah.
I would like to see what he said. Let's look in our Bible book. And here it is.
Mary's to be covered with some sewing this summer.
That's great, Jessica.
What? I thought you wanted to learn so you could get a job later on.
Look at her. She's got it made. Beautiful, popular, wealthy. I bet she's never looked for a job before.
Well, duh. She has everything. She was born rich, she'll marry rich, and eventually she'll die rich. That kind of wealth doesn't happen to people like us. That's just how it is, I suppose.
But why? We work hard for everything we have. And her, she doesn't lift a finger for a single thing. And she has way more than she will ever need. I just wish that I could have a portion of her beauty and wealth. But look at me, I'm a simple person with a simple life, trying to earn a simple job. How unfair is that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't save treasures for yourself on this earth. Moths and rust will destroy them, and thieves can break into your house and steal them. Instead, save your treasures in heaven, where they cannot be destroyed by moths and rust, and not stolen by thieves. Your heart will be where your treasure is.
Come on. Hey, some of my friends and I are sitting over here. Why don't you join us? No way, really? I'd love to. I can't believe she actually sit over there. I'll tell you about it later. Bye.
And why do you worry about clothes? Look at the lilies of the field. See how they grow. They don't work or make clothes for themselves. But I tell you that even Solomon, the great and rich king, was not even dressed as beautiful as one of these flowers. If God makes what grows in the field so beautiful, surely He will do the same for you.
Did you see that girl that was left there?
Yeah. Rejected.
She felt rejected, didn't she? And yet, it was like, wait, that almost reinforces the other girl's beauty, and then she felt like, what's wrong with me? But maybe God is working in our character, and sometimes we have to guard what we think so that we really focus on God and put the value of heaven in view. You know, I'm thinking of let's see. Oh, they are here. Do you know what these are?
Oh, no.
You see them?
Yeah.
You want to hold one? Does somebody want to hold some?
Oh.
These are bulbs.
Can I
Okay.
hold one?
Would you like to hold one?
Yeah.
Would you like to hold one? Maybe you can pass it. You can pass it to somebody else that doesn't have one. These bulbs, do they look very pretty?
No. And very muddy.
No, they look pretty ugly. And you want to plant them upright, but you know what? Who sees the potential of these bulbs?
Jesus.
Jesus. Sometimes we come unfinished. We don't look as pretty as we can be because God is working on our hearts and working mostly on our character as well. And that's what reminds me, because these can turn out to beautiful lilies. I like lilies. Do you like lilies?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and that reminds me of sometimes diamonds. Do you know that there's people that have to work on cutting up the rock and making it shiny? It looks ugly. It looks like a plain rock. But it's only when they chisel away at it that we can see the shining. And that's exactly what God is doing with our character if we depend on Him. I would like to see, Gabriel, would you read Isaiah? Let's see if you can find Isaiah 13, verse 12, and maybe Carter can help you if you need any help.
I will make a mortal more rare than fine gold, a man more than the golden wedge of Ophir.
So that means that Jesus will make us more precious than any gold, any jewel, or anything. That's what He's doing. He's making us in His perfect character. You know what? I am thinking about some treasures. Do you know what the most valuable treasure has been found yet? Have you heard of it?
No.
Let me tell you, it's off the coast of Colombia, and it's worth between $12.5 billion to $20.5 billion.
Wow.
Okay, do you know how many zeros that is? That's at least 8 zeros because it's point. Okay, that's a few zeros behind it. That's worth a lot of money. And it weighs about 200 tons. That's about 45 elephants, just to give you a picture of what it is. But they haven't brought it up because it's about 3,000 feet underwater. And so they're all trying to figure out, because it would cost a lot of money. It would cost, let's see, $70 million to retrieve it, at least. And so they decided not to retrieve it yet. They don't know how to go about it. But would it be worth for them to go ahead and retrieve it? Yeah, it would probably be worth it because they're hoping to use it as a museum, to put it in a museum. But you know what? Even in all that gold and all those jewels, just you are even more special than all of that. God has put his name on your heart, I pray, right? Because we want to seek first the
Kingdom of God.
we want to seek first the kingdom of God. So even though we may be ugly and we might be growing, right? We may start off ugly, but hopefully we can be a beautiful character for Jesus. Don't you want to live for him today?
Yeah.
I do. Are you ready for your questions?
Yeah.
You don't sound excited enough.
Yep. Yeah.
Answers to these questions? Okay, let's look. How can we lay up for treasures in heaven? Is it A, build our character, B, witness to others, or C, all above?
C.
Jesus wants to build your character and your witnessing to others, right? Because that's why he put us here on the earth. He wants us to share the good news about Jesus and his love for each one of us, right?
Yeah.
Next question. To God, we are more precious than what? I bet you already know the answer. Okay, A, other people, B, fine gold and jewels, or C, mountains?
B.
B, you're right. Fine gold and jewels. Next question. As seeds and bulbs grow into flowers, God always sees their what? A, potential, B, lack of beauty, or C, lack of change? A! You got that right. You see, God is always working on our character. And that beautiful girl that was in our Bible story, okay?
Yeah.
She kind of, we saw the ending, like on that part where she was kind of sad, right? Mm-hmm. So what do we do when we're still sad and we don't see those opportunities of what God sees us as? What do we do? We can pray.
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible. You see, sometimes we can also be about our Father's business, and that means witnessing. The more you witness to other people, the more beautiful your character can develop because you're learning empathy. You're learning different traits. Some of you have animals. How many of you have animals? We talked about some dogs. How many of you have animals that you take care of? You do? What kind of animal do you have?
We have goats.
You have goats. And what do you have to do?
Feed them and give them water to drink.
So you find their needs too, and you have to clean up after them?
Yeah.
They can be kind of messy, but you know what? No matter what you have, always seek opportunities to witness for Jesus.